Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lucy Emmanuel TV. In today's video, guys, I'm going to tell you guys one good news I find on the street. Korra's sister has finally speak out that she is not the reason why her sister marriage scatter. So let me leave you guys to watch the video to the end. Guys, subscribe to my channel, likes and share. Turn on your post notifications. So guys, watch this video and tell me your own opinion on the comment section.
Posting this, right? You are really supporting this, and I'm like, well, I really can't tell you guys what to do with your marriage, but I'll talk to her. That's what I kept saying, and that's what I kept doing. Really, when they would have their fights, I would talk to her. They would apologize to each other, and life would go on. And then it happened until it started to impact my own marriage. My own marriage started to suffer because I would be up all night. You know how the time difference is. My husband will wake up at 1 a.m. and find me mediating in the middle of the night. I'm basically settling fights and quarrels between two adults, and he'll be like, you know what, you need to, perhaps go to another room so that I can rest, because it was getting, and then the energy, you know how when you're exposed to a lot of toxic marriage energy, it starts to affect your own marriage, because you will be like, oh my God, how can this be happening? So it was starting to affect my marriage, and at some point I had to block him because every single thing was being reported. It was like every single post she made on Instagram, he would send it to me and say, see what she's about to post. So you agree with this? Are you trying to say you agree with this? And I'm like, really, you can't tell an adult what to do. I've talked to her. I've done my best, I don't know the idea he had about African families, because I think he was assuming that, we had the power to affect, sorry, I just got a message, had the power to alter her life like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and read through the messages so that you guys have an idea of what's going on. I'm saying this now because I really want this whole thing to die down. I'm saying this now because I am tired of the whole, oh, she came and then she destroyed it. I'll show you how the relationship was. It was really close. Like, he really used to talk to me about every single thing that happened in the marriage. Okay, so yeah, I'll flip the camera now so you can see. So this is the beginning of our chat with this new phone. And then he sent me a video that she was about to post, and he says, help me explain why this is helping her, unless you support it. And then I blocked him because we had a call, and he was trying to accuse me of supporting nudity and her posting that stuff. He said he doesn't want her to promote her music with that video. I think she had done a video that he didn't like. So you see, it says blocked business. And then September 2021, I blocked the business. I don't know what. Okay, I think this was when he changed the business account to something else. At the time of the delivery, I unblocked him because, they were having a baby. We had been communicating on Instagram, but then on WhatsApp, this is where he used to call me all the time to sort issues. And my husband was like, you guys, this is just too much, okay? Leave them to try and sort their issues by themselves. Now, I unblocked the business on 1st of March. And then 9th of March, I blocked the business and unblocked it again. Oh my God, it was like a block and unblock, because every single thing was being sent here, okay? So now let's see. Now, this was a chat between them that he sent to me. And at the time that he sent this message, I had spoken to her, and, we're trying to talk about the marriage. And he says, does this really look like a person trying to save her marriage, her family? And I asked him, was this last night? And I was like, Justin, please give her some time, because I had spoken to them for 7 hours. You guys, and he says that this is after I talked to her. Apparently, she's not agreeing with anything that he says. And then I said, please give her some time, because I had spoken to them. And then he said, fame has ruined my wife, and now she is promoting her book like nothing happened. This was when he came and announced the divorce. And we advised both of them to please stay out of social media. Do not handle this on social media. He went ahead and announced it. And then he was complaining that she wasn't bothered. She was promoting her book like nothing happened. And I said, she can't post anything about the divorce online. He says, but people are calling her out for using the hype to promote a product. And I'm like, it's not about people now. Same people are calling you out for airing your dirty linen in public. People will always talk. He said, yeah, I prepared for that. I will accept the consequences. I lose everything in this. So bear in mind, this was when he had announced the divorce, and he started saying a lot of defamatory things about her online, talking about he will not be treated this way. He's sick and tired of being treated, blah, blah, blah. So now I said, please give her some time. I had spent all night talking to these people, and then I woke up to this news that he was divorcing her online. Okay, so I said, please give her some time. If you don't intend to make up ever, then try to avoid engaging her in a volatile way to make it less dramatic experience for your children, because I had witnessed their arguments in front of their children and it was terrible. Okay, so I was trying so hard to make this a less traumatic experience for their children. And he says her narcissism will affect my children far more than a divorce. I said, both of you have severe narcissism. And he says, I have been evaluated by a UCLA top psychologist. I have anxiety and panic disorder, nothing else. And I said, your actions right now are saying otherwise. Did you contact a divorce lawyer already? Because he said he was going to get a divorce. We were trying to, sort this out. I told my sister to beg him. She went ahead, bought a cake, begged this guy. We're not going to get a divorce. And he was like, no way, I've already put it online because I don't want to go back on my actions. He says, no, I haven't gotten a lawyer. My actions are forced by her. And I said, okay, please, Justin, not yet. I told him, do not get a lawyer just yet, because I still had to talk to my sister. And he says, she divorced me. And I said, she didn't. She was bluffing, because when they were arguing, she said, well, go ahead and divorce. In fact, I am divorcing you. And then I was like, she was bluffing, a very stupid action that has backfired, because it was when she said she was divorcing him, he went online and said he was going to get a divorce to everyone. So he said, how is that sort of bluff not sociopathic, especially hundreds of times? Apparently, when they fight, they divorce themselves 1,000 times. And not just her, him too. And I said, people learn every day. Now she knows, because now he had put it online. I had to blast her on the internet for her to believe. I have been telling her since 2018, and it only intensified because she knew it would hurt me. And I said, I listened to her tell you she doesn't know why she does that and that she wouldn't do that again. This is me responding to the fact that they always threaten themselves with divorce every time they had an argument. Okay? Yes, she also swore to your mother the same thing 2 years ago, and your dad and my children. In 2020, they had a very big fight. It happened in my house, or 2019-ish, when they were in Nigeria. They were almost divorced, and then she said she was never going to use that threat again to tell him that she was divorcing him for anything that he did. Okay? Then I told Justin perhaps we made the right decision to end it, but please try and avoid engaging her with it's your fault talks, because that chat I showed you earlier on Instagram between both of them, he was trying to say, well, it's your fault, and I'm like, you know what, your children are there, so try and avoid that, because that is going to escalate. And I watched them insult each other in front of their children because of it's all your fault talks. So he said, I never say that. I say that it is a catalyst that caused the rest. Without it, extreme fights don't occur. She refuses to own that. I must be a demon. And I said, I just heard you do that 3 hours ago, Justin. You insulted her 5 times in front of June when I was on the phone. The same thing you complained about yesterday. So exactly what I was saying, I told him to stop telling her it was her fault that he went online to announce the divorce. Okay? They always get into heated fights that eventually end up with them insulting each other in front of their children. Okay, so you don't have to be... So you doesn't have to be responsible. Yeah, I guess I did. Not who I am, so who I have become. Anyways, he's trying to give an excuse for the insults he gave her. I don't even want to say the insults here because it was really intense. And it was in front of June. And June was there. She was screaming. And I was like, you know what? This is not healthy. Okay? I said, I know it isn't. What do you do for fun? So I'm trying to cheer this guy up and try to get him to, do something else. He has announced online that he's getting divorced. And as he said, I've spent the last 5 years building a life for my family. I don't really do anything else. And I told him, you have become me and Teta, because really, that's all we do. We work. It's what I've had to become in order for my family to excel in LA. It's what all parents do. Well done. So I'm trying to cheer this guy up. Only person that is benefiting from this is Korra. This guy had gone online to announce the divorce. My sister was trying to move on with her life, trying to promote her book, and he was not having it. He was angry that it was not affecting her in any way. And I said, that's not fair. She's finally starting to earn. He says, I have to pay child support and live in a studio. And I said, you don't have to. Korra has been making, this is personal information, so I think I'm just going to skip this. So he's trying to say my sister earns more. She's a pathological liar. Anyways, so yeah. He's arguing that, she's making more money. He's not making more money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's a good thing, because his children will be taken care of. He doesn't have to pay any child support, because that's what he was worried about. So and I told him that she also helped to build you. He said, yes, she built his social, but his practice, she cost us dearly with the divorce stress, that he would spend entire days at home trying to work it out, that he's done that at least 30 times, stay at home, and I make at least 1K when I'm working. And I told him that she wouldn't do this again, because she had promised me that she wouldn't threaten to divorce him again. So she refused to help me with the aspect of my business. And so this time, he was telling her that she needed to be his secretary and do his books and everything when she was in America. And she was trying to pursue her dreams. Every time she wanted to release a music video, he would tell her, oh no, that's a stupid thing to do. You're not making any money from this. Basically, he was trying to tell her that this whole singing, dancing thing is not working. You need to become a massage therapist. You need to help me in my practice. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. I really do not see myself doing that. Anyways, so he said that social media has brought him around 5 patients in the last 3 years. So he's trying to downplay the role of social media in his business. Basically, he's sending me how much he made in the last week on Facebook. And he says, here is how much I've made in the last week on Facebook. My numbers for her can't possibly be exaggerated. And I'm saying, what are you trying to prove? You don't want her to earn? He says that I'm getting fucked. She got what she wanted from fame and fortune. She doesn't need me anymore, so she stopped any